Seems that Blackburn Rovers, as one of the best players at right back we've seen in the Championship, is heading out. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at a player leaving Blackburn Rovers as Callum Brittain looks set to depart. That's right, but who's he going to? Well, I'll tell you in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe. You want to subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, world football, international football. We're all here under one roof. That's right, the right back. One of the best right backs in the league is switched Ewood Park for the Riverside. That's right. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in just 1 second. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. But today we're talking about this fella. That's right. It is Callum Brittain, as he is about to depart for Middlesbrough, of course. So the deal is around about £3.5 million with, including add-ons and stuff like that. So you're probably looking, hopefully, at around about 2.75 cash, which of course we'll look to reinvest elsewhere. But what player are Middlesbrough getting, and what player are Blackburn Rovers losing? Well, that's what we're going to try and show you here today. So here he is, Callum Brittain. But before that, sorry, we've got to talk about a very important matter. Blackburn Rovers memories. I'm desperate. I'm begging you, please. We're running out. We're running out of memories. We're down to the final 3 or 4. I need your help. All it is, simple as whether you've known Blackburn Rovers for 25 years, whether you've known Blackburn Rovers for 6 months, and you love Blackburn Rovers, all you need to do is selfie video, record, say, my name is Jeff Bezos, I'm from Amazon, I love Blackburn Rovers, my best memory was when I bought this yellow shirt, retro shirt from the store, it was fantastic, I love my Blackburn Rovers, and then send it to me. In fact, Eddie, tell them how they can get the video to me so they can be part of this massive 150th Blackburn Rovers anniversary spectacular. Hey, with Eddie back once again, but this time I don't want your money. No, I want your name, your voice, your Rovers memories. That's right. We started a social media project over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, showcasing 150 Blackburn Rovers memories. I've asked fans from around the globe to drop their Rovers memories, but of course I need more of them. That's right. 150 is a big number and we need some more, and that's where you come in. That's right. Whether it's the best player, best goal, best shirt, best moment in regards to Blackburn Rovers, I want to hear about it. So if you want to do that, again, follow that link. There is also one down in the description, and drop it in there. Of course, that memory will be featured over on Twitter on a day of its own, and then of course together in a master video when we drop it on November the 5th to celebrate Blackburn Rovers 150th anniversary. So please do me a favour and drop your Rovers memory. But anyway, once again, back to Dirk to wrap up. Appreciate that, Eddie. But let's of course now take a look at, of course, a sad time. We go from good times to sad times as we pass. Well, if I say pass, I mean we mourn the Blackburn Rovers, Callum Brittain, in a blue and white half shirt for the last time. That's right, he's done. He's out as he's joined Middlesbrough for some money. Don't get me wrong, I think he's a loyal servant. He did do well for us. He was 27 years of age. He'll be 28 next year. And, if he's only got probably this move left. He'll sign a 3 or 4 year contract, which will probably see him into his 30s, 31, 32. After that, you're probably on your way back down the football ladder. So I'm not saying Middlesbrough is a step up. Of course, financially, it is a step up. There's no question about that. And you'll go from, I don't know what he's on right now, 10 grand a week to maybe 20 or even 25k a week. I don't know. I don't know the numbers. That's, of course, for you guys to figure out. But he is the best right back we've had in the Championship, or since we got relegated to the Premier League. No questions asked. He is the best right back we've had. However, where is that bar? You know what I mean? I'm not saying, we've had really good fullbacks in our Premier League history. Lucas Neal being one of them, Australian, side note. The bar for the right backs at the Championship has not been very high. Don't get me wrong, he's the best one we've had. And he's probably the current top 5, one of the top 5 right backs in the division. So I think, and he's English, he's, no problems with the old GRE calculator with this guy. So they're picking up a stellar or championship ready fullback. He's there's no prep needed. He'll come in, he'll be ready to go. Whereas we have now got Ryan Ablosu, who's yet to kick a ball in Championship football. Don't get me wrong, players can come in, adapt really fast, and become that Championship ready football within some pre-season or what have you. But it's a gamble for us. We're losing one of the best, and we're putting our faith in a couple of rough diamonds maybe who could maybe excel beyond. We might forget about Callum Brittain in a season or two, but it is a concerning situation for Blackburn Rovers. But anyway, enough about manager pajama. Let's take a look at the numbers that matter. This is a player that Middlesbrough are going to get. He can play right back, he can play right mid as well, but that's it. I think the player Ryan Ablosu that we've signed confirmed can play left back and right back. He has a bit more versatility about him, and he's a bit more younger than him, of course, but he's not as good as a right back as Callum Brittain. He's got a rating of around 60 as defending, creativity is at 55, technique 53. So these are pretty solid stats here. And again, he is going to be turning 28 in March. These are his numbers from last season. Played 33 times, started 30 of them, chipping in with a couple of goals last season as well. Pass success rate 83%, 90% in his own half. As for yellow cards, picking up 5 of them throughout his tenure. He got 6 clean sheets last season. And here he was buzzing down that right-hand side. So a solid, whippy, nippy kind of right back. That's going to give some headaches to a lot of championship attackers and also us when, of course, our paths cross in the season. This is, of course, his numbers over the course of his career. He's played at right back 132 times, right mid 121 times, defensive mid. He's got quite a lot of variety over the course of his career. But that just shows his experience there. Played a lot longer, get a number more years than Ryan Ablosu. And he's played for a couple more clubs. Played over in, I think that's Iceland. Played Barnsley, of course. That's, of course, his breakout season there. He also started at MK Dons. So a good sort of career. He also featured for the under-20s for England 5 times back in 2017. But a solid player that's ready to go. There's no, you're buying a house that's already polished. It's got all the furniture. He is good to rock and roll. But what are we left with? We are left with, as of right now, this is Friday, 6:30. The 1st of August, actually, in respect. We're getting Ryan Ablosu, who is 4 years his junior. Can play left back, can play right back, can play right midfield. So he has a bit of versatility. He's much taller than him. It is a trait that we're looking at this season, bringing in players of a certain height to add a bit more presence in the box, perhaps. And maybe doing this is definitely a strategical way. We are cashing in on a Callum Brittain player value, I think, or the cash is around about 3.5. Let me go back to me for a second. So 3.5 with all add-ons. I think the Ranky Costello deal was around about $1 million. So that was like 4.5 million generated in funds. I don't know how much we spent on Ryan, but so it's 500k plus the Socceroo guy, Lewis Miller, we're bringing in. That's a 750,000, maybe about $1 million in total. So about 1.5 win in cash spend, and we're bringing in 4 from Callum Brittain, Joe Ranky Costello. So we're probably getting a £2.5 million extra, or not extra, but cash lump sum coming in, which of course could be used for other things. So that's it is good business, and yes, we are trading players of championship experience to clubs that are in the same division as us, and then and kind of reinvesting in a couple of players that are not coming through the academy, the youngsters, the 17, 18, 19-year-olds, but the next cluster. Of course, Ryan here's 23. I think the Miller fella is about 25, something like that. So players of a couple of years junior that will offer us a couple of years more and at a better value. So that is what we're getting, or what we got. And again, the numbers are, of course, completely different, but definitely promising, bar the goals. The goals is a concern for Ryan. However, he might be more of a defensive player. But what is the player that Middlesbrough are going to get? Well, they're going to get a fantastic, solid right back who will bust his lungs out for the club. He is a northern kind of lad at this time at Barnsley, now Blackburn, now switching back over to the east coast of England. And yeah, I think they're definitely getting an upgrade, and they're starting to spend some good cash on some championship proven players. I think he's nailed on for that right back slot for Middlesbrough. I'm not too sure what they have at the moment. I don't follow it too much, but solid addition. And yeah, I am sad. But I'm sad. I've been sad for many times for Blackburn Rovers over the years, especially in recent years, where we seem to get players and we're not the final stepping stone for them in their careers. We are definitely an early bird stepping stone. We've lost Sammy Smodic, of course, went to the Premier League. We lost, Bradley Dack. I guess he kind of got himself a bit too injured. Adam Armstrong, Ben Diaz. We've lost some Joe Rothwell. Good players. And we've lost a lot of them for really shitty bits of money. Not good enough. Adam Morton, major loss. Could have got more out of that. But I think Callum Brittain, 3.5 million is a good price. I think, honestly, I still think Middlesbrough are getting the better end of the deal. I think a 5 million fee would have been best for Callum Brittain, but he is in his final year of the contract. We've got to start doing this. I know it hurts, but we are in a situation with Lewis Travis, the captain. We're also in a situation with Sondre Tronstad, both players on their final years. And again, we either let them go for nothing, or we get 2 or 3 million each on either of them to improve our team. We have to realise this. Unfortunately, it looks like it is a bit of a transitional season for us, because we're getting Dinevra on the left-hand side, Ryan on the right-hand side. We've got Sidney Tavares in the middle of the park now, this Australian guy coming in. So there's a very, very weird feeling about this Blackburn Rovers side. I'm not too sure. It just feels very, very different. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Again, we'll find out very, very soon as Blackburn Rovers kick off their campaign against West Brom. And of course, a good way to do that is your away days. Of course, I don't think, well, I know for sure the away day bus or coach thing to West Brom isn't happening at the moment. We've not got the numbers right. And of course, a lot of you guys that have declared interest, you need to check your emails. That's right. You need to check your bloody emails. But if you are interested in cheap away day travel, let's Eddie tell you all about it.
Ewood Eddie here with some news on our brand new scheme we're looking to implement in the 2025-2026 campaign. What is it? Well, it's affordable away day travel. That's right, us at Blackburn Rovers hope to implement this brand new scheme for each and every one of the away days taking place in the upcoming campaign. Right now, we're just in the planning stages, and we want to know if you are interested in away day travel for the upcoming season. Now, what I need you to do now is, of course, go to this link on the screen right about now. It's a QR code, or maybe drop down in the old description to follow the URL and fill out your name, and of course maybe some contact information that we can reach out to you when we are 100% committed. Just a reminder that this is just the planning stage of this service. Nothing is 100% as of yet, but the more numbers and the names that we get down in the next few weeks, then of course we'll have the ability to make this happen for you guys. Again, looking at what's available at the moment, this does look like an affordable option if we can get the support from you guys. And again, it's just a fantastic way for you to support the channel in another way. Back to you, Dirk, in the studio.
Appreciate that, Eddie. Thanks again for that. And again, if you are interested in anything in the content in the Blackburn Rovers here, make sure you check out the links down below. We've got, of course, the Patreon, of course. Also, if you want to drop in your Blackburn Rovers memories, I'm begging you, please. Please do that. Also, link for those in the video in the description down below. But until then, of course, Ryan Abusu will be our right back alongside Lewis Miller. Callum Brittain departing for more money and maybe a better shot at promotion. I don't know. That's a dubious question. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about him down below. I'll see you soon when we return. But until then, we are done.